Hello there, my name is Shahara Wooten, and I am the founder and fee-only certified financial planner for Your Story Financial. We are a registered investment advisory firm, and I am virtual, so I work with people all over. It doesn't matter where you live. And I am super excited to just share and continue to share information regarding these days and times. We know that this is unprecedented times. These times are times that we can't say we've been through before. I definitely haven't been through in my lifetime where there's been a quarantine where we all have to work from home. Now, I said I'm virtual, so as a virtual firm, I've been working from home for the last 3.5 years, and I've been using technology like Zoom and those types of things. So fortunately for me, I am familiar with this and have been doing this for a while. But there are some things that I've even had to adjust to, where I had a trip planned to see my nephew play the piano, and his concert got canceled. Just various things, obviously, toilet paper, goodness, right? So there's just been some adjustments. Myself, we're all making, and my heart definitely goes out to all of us as we go through this, but we know that overall it is for our safety and others' safety, and that's really the focus right now. Today I wanted to chat about the market and epidemics. And recently I sent out to my clients a chart that talks about what has happened with the market, the stock market, as there's been epidemics. So what's happened with swine flu and SARS and H1N1 and all these different epidemics that we've experienced in the past. Now, I want to preface everything that I share to let you know that past does not equate to what's going to happen in the future. It just gives us some history. It gives us some framework that we can focus on and puts things in perspective, hopefully. But again, we don't know what's going to happen, but I just will share with you what has happened, some of the trends that have occurred. And I was on a conference call, and the doctor that was talking to us financial planners was talking about what has occurred as well. So I have a chart in front of me, and so I'll be looking at that to look at the different epidemics that have happened since 1981 and just kind of give you an idea of what has happened with the markets since that time in a 6-month future outlook and 12 months after the epidemic ended. So HIV and AIDS, we'll start with that. HIV and AIDS started in June of 1981, or it ended in June of 1981. Let me correct that. And the change in the market, or the S&P, 6 months after was a negative 0.3%, and 12 months after was a negative 16.5%. So I'm just sharing with you the facts of what has happened. There was another one, and I'm just going to highlight ones that you guys may have heard of. SARS, April 2003 is when it ended. 6 months after the end of that epidemic, 14.59%, the market was up, and then 12 months from there, the market was up 20.76%. Swine flu, April 2009 is when that ended, and 6 months after that, the market was up 18.72%. The market was up 35.96%. 12 months later. So you kind of get my point here. Zika, 12% 6 months later, 17% 12 months later was what it was up by. And in most cases, I'll just summarize, in most of these cases, except for the first one I mentioned, the HIV, the 6 months after these epidemics ended, the market was up. It had increased. Again, that is just what had happened. That is not something that we can say is a guarantee for what's going to happen in the future, because we don't know what's going to happen in the future. But historically, we're looking at trends. We're looking at what has happened. So what I recommend for you is Focus on the things, and I have a long video on that, but focus on the things you can control. Increase your savings. Focus on your cash flow, cutting your expenses. Make sure that you have liquidity. Make sure in these times you have 3 to 6 months saved up for an emergency. If you are self-employed like myself, I recommend having anywhere from 9 to 12 months saved up, because obviously there's an impact to small businesses right now. And if you have 2 incomes, you may not need as much as 6 months, but you really want to look at your comfort level. Talk to a financial planner about that. But again, what we've seen in the past is that we recover. Humans are resilient, and we just have to stay focused on positive things. And my previous video I posted, I talk about 15 things we can do to really just refocus and get our minds into a more positive space. So with that being said, I do offer a free 30-minute introductory meeting so that you can discuss your goals, what you need to focus on, and what your financial needs are at this time. So please feel free to reach out to me. Go to yourstoryfinancial.com, select Get Started with Your Story today, and I will be happy to talk to you about your future and how we should plan going forward. Again, this is Shahara Wooten, Your Story Financial, and I'm looking forward to chatting with you and helping you craft your amazing financial success story.